Hi guys, here's what happened in Icon 2019 Davao. If you want to hear all of the speakers, hear what they have to say, hear what they're supposed to teach you, or if you missed it, check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and smash that bell so you get updated every time I create new content about the stock market. Hey guys, so I'm headed back to Manila, sharing to you snippets, bits of what happened in Icon 2019 Davao. I'm going to show you all of the talks of all of the speakers, highlights of it, so that you get a feel and you get to learn also. Even if you're not here in Davao, you get a piece of it. You get a piece of information because at the end of the day, it's all about what you know and how you use what you know and how you leverage it so you can reach your goals of financial freedom. So enjoy the rest of the video.
Diba sabi niyo, diba? Dapat interesado ako. Something I love. And then this word passion. Tama ba yun? When you pursue something, it is important that you pursue something that you are passionate about. So may tanong ako sa inyo. Yung bagay na passionate kayo 10 years ago, is that the thing that you're doing today? If you say yes, then you are one of the lucky few who was able to find what you need to do early. Pero karamihan sa inyo, iba na yung ginagawa nyo 10 years ago. Am I correct? Iba na, di ba? So, tanong ko, ano nangyari sa passion nyo? Bakit nagbago? Sabi nyo, when you decide on something, kailangan yung gusto mo. So, nag-aaral ka ng college, iba na ginagawa mo ngayon. Ano nangyari sa passion mo? Ba't mo inabalot yung passion mo noon? Can I tell you what happened? Nung hindi ka pinakain ng passion mo, you pursued for purpose. Anong purpose? Yung makakain lang, mabuhay, luminhawa buhay. Diba yun ang desire natin? You want to be able to improve our life, you get this later. So nung hindi ka pinayaman ng passion mo, pinago mo. You know, I realized passion is a choice. And nagbabago yan. Pwedeng magbago yan. Like for example, many years ago, maraming nag-nursing. Meron bang nag-nursing dito? Okay. Ang tanong ko, were all of them passionate about nursing? Hindi. Ba't sila nag-nursing? Kasi yun ang uso eh. Nagsasabi nila, yayaman tayo sa nursing. Tapos mamaya, nagbago. Naging puro naman lahat chef. Lahat ba? Naging chef? Interesado sa pagiging chef? May kilala ko, hindi ka marunong luto sa bahay eh. Pero passion na raw yun. Passion niya raw yun. Diba? So, nung nagbago, ang tanong ko, ang mahal naman ng passion mo. Kasi sinayang mo, you spent many years pursuing that passion, tapos binago mo. So, passion can change. And normally, it is based on fun. Ano uso? I was in Manila last month. I had this coffee talk in Coffee Bean.
At the start, yung pinakapuhunan nyo, yung pawis nyo eh. I'll say this again, yung pinakapuhunan nyo sa simula, pawis nyo eh. You look at every person who's made it in the Forbes 500, when they started out, they had to start with sweating. And then as it started to get bigger, as their businesses started to get bigger, that's when they started to invest. Because you have to understand, the stock market is basically not something that adds to you. It's something that multiplies. I'll repeat it. The stock market is not something that adds to you. It's something that will multiply what you have. Meaning, if you have 5,000 pesos, doubling your money to 10,000, can you retire off 10,000? Yes, no. But if you start to scale it and it starts to get bigger, 10% of 10 million, big or small? 10% of 100 million, big, so tahimik nyo. Big or small? Big. You get what I'm trying to say? And my goal is this. For those who are not, show of hands, who's invested in the stock market? Not invested in the stock market. Invested, dating trader, ngayon, investor na lang.
Lahat na manonood ng sine sa lahat ng SM all around the country, yung kumpanya niya ang nagiging all of those seats will pay a peso each to this company. So, lahat ng manonood ngayon dito sa Davao, may piso na rebate mo ang mobile bill. Pag natutulog na ako mamaya, may nanonood pa ng sila. You know, it's funny. Because there is a Madonna concert in Arena, which is also an SM property, and we also issue the tickets in SM Arena. 50,000 ang ticket kay Madonna. Piso pa rin kami. Hindi nagbabago yun. It's always 1 peso. Di ba? Hindi yun tumataas, di ba? Now, another business that I want to highlight is this. Coven. Grooming lounge po yan. One of the high-end barbershops in the Philippines today. Bakit ako pumasok dyan? Obviously, it is a frustration. Di ba? You enter these businesses for many reasons. Right? Di ba? So, pag napupunta po ako dyan, yung barbero, enjoy na enjoy sa akin. Kasi yung gupit, 5 minutes. Okay? Yung masahe, 30. Di ba? To make it work. So, all of these things give value to people. I always say this. Your compensation is a direct function of the service value you give other people. If your service value is high, you don't have to run for the money. You don't have to work too much for the money. And on top of all that, corporate involvements in businesses, my investment portfolio keeps on growing. And when I say investment portfolio, it's not just stocks, locally or internationally. I own real estate locally and internationally. I own art. In fact, yun po ang mamimiss ko. Alam niyo ba ngayong hapon, mamimiss ko. One of the biggest art auctions will happen this afternoon. And art po is, again, another asset class that's very important. It's beginning to become important now. Why? Because of value. Because of taxation. Di ba? Pag maglilipat ka ng real estate sa anak mo, ang dami pang requisitos, ang daming dokumento, babayad ka ng tax. Eh, yung art, iaabot mo lang eh. Iaabot mo lang yung art. You know, it's really funny because I have a friend who has a very plush, real nice house in Valle Verde. Pero may painting siya sa sala na mas mahal dun sa bahay. Mas mahal yung painting kaysa dun sa bahay. Okay. And that probably will be one of the easiest to handle because number one, it doesn't have handling cost. Diba sa real estate, may amin lang tayo pinabayaran eh. Diba? Tapos ulit na Philippines, kailangan bantayan mo yung real estate mo. Dahil pag na-squatter yan, the law protects the squatter, not you, the owner. Only in the Philippines. Diba? So all of these businesses we have to understand. But the thing is, how do you fire on all of those cylinders all at the same time? Let me drill down this idea to many of you. Many of us go to our comfort zones. Pag nagtrabaho ka na, may trabaho ka na, kumikita ka na, tama na yun. Comfort zone yun eh. There is no comfort in the growth zone. As well as there is no growth in the comfort zone. You have to face the level of discomfort. You have to learn. You have to get to the trenches. Many of us don't do that, and many of us are happy where we are because this can be overwhelming, this can be risky. We say all of these things. Difficulty, risky. Secure na yung trabaho ko, and I can tell you, for many of you, your
price context. So everything that happens in the market, you have a general understanding of what it means to the bigger picture. So hindi yung random lang. And because you have price context, what are you able to do? What are you able to achieve? You're able to achieve focus and presence of mind. So nawawala yung emotions. Hindi ka nagpapanik, di ba? Hindi ka naiingkit, hindi ka nagkaka-feel ng regret. And because you have that, that means you are able to develop a method and a process. And once you do that, the ideal result, the one thing that we hope to achieve out of developing our own trading system is that it will lead us to profits. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. We invest in the stock market or we invest in any asset class for that matter with the goal of making money from it. We buy it at a low price, we develop it, and we sell it at a higher price. That's our goal. And so what we want to do, regardless of the investment type, we always want to profit. So that's what a system will do for us. So are you excited to learn more about how to develop your own trading system? Yan, okay. Now, this is naman yung example kung meron tayong trading system. So syempre, hindi natin maiiwasan, we will encounter a stock that is popular. Actually, you want stocks that are popular because that means a lot of people are trading it, no? However, hindi porket popular siya, we just become emotional, we just become greedy. Now we can put context into the price. So let's see this, no? So this is a particular stock that was popular. And since popular siya, pero meron tayong trading system, what do we notice? We see na meron siyang resistance sa level na yan. No? We see that it has a resistance at that level. And so, anong sasabihin natin sa sarili natin? Since we have a system, pwede natin sabihin, one particular way to do this is, you tell yourself, I will buy this stock pagka na-break niya ang resistance. Yeah. Pag na-break niya ang resistance, bibilin ko siya. And let's just assume na 3 pesos ang resistance. So sasabihin natin, pag nag-3.10 siya, kasi yun, if it reaches 3.10, then that means lumagpas na siya sa 3 pesos. So na-break na yung resistance. So you say, I will buy it at 3.10, and what happens next? It goes up. Diba? So just setting one particular condition allows you to profit from it. Eh hindi lang naman natatapos yung responsibility natin sa buying. What about selling? So medyo umakyat na yung stock, no? Umakyat na siya ng umakyat. So what causes you naman to sell? You tell yourself, at the first sign of weakness, I will sell.
Next 20 minutes is to guide you on how to make your rental property work faster, work harder for you. No? So 30 no BS tips on how to rent out your property fast. Excited? Yes? And I'm gonna share with you as we go along some icon-only offers. Mga good deal, mga promo, mga packages. Gusto ba natin ng mga promos, ng mga sales? Alright, so where do I begin? Number 1, okay, you can take a picture of this. Number 1, if you have rental property, is to identify your market. Very important na alam mo, working class market, expat market, student market, Indera market, or Pogo housing, you have to know which market you are in, alright? Kunwari, expat market ka, dapat yung quality mo pag expat. Kung worker housing ka or BPO worker housing, at least affordable, clean. Ayan. And internet is very important right now. Step number 2, study your neighborhood. It's very important on your property, ano bang meron sa surroundings mo? Because that will be your target market. Meron bang university nearby? Then you target the university market. Meron bang BPO? Meron bang Pogo? Meron bang factory? Meron bang tindera? Meaning, there's many types of market. I have a client na very wealthy, pero ang market segment niya is the tindera of SM, National Bookstore, Landmark. That's a good market also. So study your neighborhood kasi yan yung immediately clientele mo. Number 3, know your product. What are the features of your property? Is it meron bang swimming pool? Meron bang gym? Is it very close to SM Lanang? Is it very close to a university? So you have to know ano bang pinaka-selling point of your product. Alright? Number 4, set a good pricing. Important that your price is fair and within market value. Alright? People come to me and say, Carl, how much should I price my condo for rent? And kung how much the market is willing to pay for it. So by you understanding your target market, alam mo ano ba yung salary nila? Joint, ano ba sila? Mag-asawa, double income. What is their joint income? How much do they allocate for rental? So now you would know how much you should price your unit. Number 5, study the transportation system. Even if your property is medyo malayo, but if it's just 1 MRT away, 1 jeepney away, 1 FX away, that can be your target market also. Alright? So kunwari, yung property mo is medyo malayo, pero meron naman FX going to the business district. That can be your target market for rental. Alright? Are you guys learning? Yeah. You know, Marvin Guermo once asked me, Carl, what is your best investment? What do you think is my best investment? Properties? So I want to share with you my best investment. This is my best investment so far. Yan! Can I take a picture and show it to my wife? Para may pogi mo sa man ako. So
this is my wife, Jenny. We are college sweethearts. She was my first girlfriend. We were together for mga 7 years. And then she finally said yes to me. So we're now...
Anyways, it's so consumption-based and it's so predictable that Filipinos want to consume that even in the 2008 recession, one of the reasons why we were so protected was because as long as Filipinos were spending, the economy thrived. Consumption-driven. Number two, the BPO remittances are strong. The BPO industry is very, very strong. And number three, OFW remittances. OFW remittances more than 30 plus billion US dollars. Kaso, ganun din yun. 30 plus billion US dollars, pag nagpadala sila, anong gagawin ng mga kamag-anak nila dito sa Pilipinas? Gastos din. Yes? Naalala ko nung bata ako, I don't know kung younger kayo sa akin, baka hindi nito naabutan, yung paa mo, the drawings papel. Di ba? Tapos ipapadala mo via airmail sa kamag-anak mo para yun yung sapatos na pasalubong ninyo. Yes?
Ang iiwan. The question is, sino maiiwan? And one way we need to understand, things are changing. Therefore, our goal is, how do we now prepare for things that are coming in? Now, I'm a student of economics and business and all these things. No? Today, it's very, very hard to value businesses and everything. Iba yung shareholder value, iba these things. The technology and all these things have changed. Okay? Now, you know one of the most rapid businesses happening in Manila today, or in the Philippines in general, and particularly around in Manila, alam niyo ano? E-commerce. E-commerce. Bakit? May 11-11, may 10-10, may 12-12. Lahat lumabas na siya Marichan, gusto mo na mag-shopping. So, you know, those things are happening. It's one of the fastest growth things in the area is e-commerce. Can you believe e-commerce is one of the fastest growing? What is it? Everything. Everything's being traded, everything's being sold, and all these things are happening in a much, much faster way. Now, ito problema. Many of us, we were taught on how businesses and growing money and building wealth will be. Akala natin gano'n, but a lot of the things you realize you thought you know, when you apply it today, it doesn't work. Question, right? Nung estudyante kayo, alin ang tinuro sa inyo sa eskwelahan ang nagagamit nyo ngayon in the real world? Marami o hindi? Konti lang. Konti lang, tsaka wala. Basically. So pag gano'n, ba't pa kayo nag-aaral, di ba? Alam mo dahil yung context? Why? Because many of the things that we teach in school today, we can't apply in the real world today because the world has changed. And that's what's happening. And change is happening at a much, much faster pace. People are becoming younger. People make you understand. So there are many, many ideas and concepts that we were talking about, that Rex talked about, that Marvin talked about, and even the way we do things. Even women building wealth. Nung panahon ng magulang ko, simple lang. Magtrabaho ka, magtipid ka, pag may pera ka, bumili ka ng lupa. Okay? Magtipid ka ulit, magtrabaho ka, bumili ka ulit ng lupa. So pare-pareho. Ang yun, wala ka na nabili. Gusto mo bumili ng lupa, sobrang mahal na. Okay? Saan na-develop? Anong klase lupa bibili ko? Anong klase siya? And it's so very complicated. Then stock market is changing. Even how the insurances are happening are changing. The way they do things. Okay? The way the businesses investing. Look at what eToro is doing. Look at what first. Ang ganda ng topic ni ni Robbie. Narinig si Robbie? Yung technical. Grabe, no, dumugo ilong ko. Dugo. So those things. Pero gano'n eh. Things are even more complicated, more and more complicated today. And you realize some of our skill sets are not enough. Now the question is, how do we build your future? With everything that's happening today, with all these changes, with all these movements, with all these challenges,
regulated by SciSec for Europe, for FCA for UK, and AC for Australia. So of course we're heavily regulated by international entities, and we're also heavily backed by different top financial institutions in the space, such as China's Ping-An, Russia's Sberbank, and Hong Kong's CM Financial. Okay? So next, what does eToro actually have to offer to its users? So remember the first barrier we have? What is the first barrier again with the trading? No access, that's correct. So eToro provides you with an access to different foreign and international markets across the world, and with different asset classes as well. So not just international stocks in the US, in Europe, and in Hong Kong, you can also trade cryptocurrencies. If that's what you're interested in, you can trade ETFs, commodities like oil and gold, indices, and even currencies. So you can trade a lot of things in the platform. And not only that, you also have access to a social network. So you can talk to people in the platform, you can communicate with them, you can share your investment expertise. Okay? And in terms of the services that we offer, we want to make sure that we include everyone, or those who are the different types of traders and investors that we have. So for example, kung magaling kang trader tulad ni Marvin, you can trade by yourself in the platform. You can buy stocks, you can buy crypto, buy commodities. But if you're a beginner, or if you're not familiar with trading, or if you do not have time to trade, then you can do copy trading, which is basically copying the actions of another trader and making them trade for you. Another is, if you're more of an investor naman, so let's say more into long-term cap, then you can invest in our copy portfolios, which are funds managed by eToro as well. Okay? So next would be, what are the things that you can invest in? So again, we mentioned, you can invest in the following. So we have crypto, ETFs, stocks, indices, commodities, and currencies. So the very big household names that we're very familiar with, so Google, Apple, Facebook, Tesla. Yeah, so these are the types of assets that you can invest in the platform. And let's say, fine, interested ka na, so may platform ka na, you can already trade. But what's the next?
Infinity. Okay? Meaning galing zero. Are you following me? Kaso lang, you have to understand that your salaries are very powerful. If you only learn how to save it and invest it, katulad ng turo sa'yo, lalaki rin yun. Kailan kami dapat mag-ipon? Pag may sobra. So kung pag sobra, kukulang ko yung ipon ko. Kasi may panahon, wala talaga. Abonado pa. Are you following me? Okay? Hindi totoo na entrepreneurship maganda kagad. So ano ang power ng being employee? If you do your job, someday they make you a supervisor. Okay? Now you learn how to manage people. When you do a good job, someday they make you a manager. They give you a small business. And then finally, you have a choice. So either become an executive or an entrepreneur. Which is better? I was talking to this president of a big multinational company. He was one of my idols. And I told him, why did you not put up your own business? Ang galing-galing mo, pinayaman mo yung kumpanya, ba't hindi ka nagtayo ng sarili mong negosyo? Anong sabi sa akin? Dong, laki ng sweldo ko. Para makuha ko yan sa isang negosyo, malaking negosyo dapat arakin. Ba't pa ako mag-negosyo, hindi na ako namuhunan. May sweldo ko parati, pero magaling siya magdala ng pera. So which is better? I am not saying something's better. I am an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur. I do not want to become an employee anymore. But none is better. Both of them are good. The issue lang is how do I manage money? Are you following me? Okay? Kung empleyado kayo, your position very powerful. Yung income nyo, regular. Pag entrepreneur kayo, your position very powerful. It gives you big opportunities. Pero minsan wala. In this journey, ano pinaka-importante yung position? Ako yan, no? Mabuti na lang when I was in HP, ambisyoso. I wanted to be GM. So lahat pinag-aralan ko accounting, pinag-aralan ko HR, pinag-aralan ko support. Bakit? Gusto ko maging GM eh. Mabuti na lang rin ambisyoso ko. Because it prepared me for entrepreneurship. Kaso lang, it did not completely prepare me because entrepreneurship is a different animal also. So I say business doesn't grow because of money. Business grows because of abilities. And abilities is skill and character. Skills you can train on. Character can only be developed over time. Kaya nga hindi ka pwede kumita kaagad. Kasi character is developed over time. Naalala yung tanong?
Ang nalong ko. Ang haba yun eh. Again, isa wala hindi ka pag-invest. Hindi, pero positive na nasa positive. Depende kung paano natin gagamitin. Kung paano yung pagkaka-mindset natin. A lot of us na dadamay, out of pakisama. These are all values. These are all kumbaga parang values na naituro at naipasa sa atin without us even knowing it. And maganda rin. Kasi, eto, swerte at malas. Ano nangyari sa'yo? Sinwerte ako eh. Yung iba, ano nangyari? Minalas ako. Pero lahat yung towards other people. Sa iba. Wala naman tayong kasalanan na inamin natin eh. Lahat, ibang tao may kasalanan. Bakit ka mahirap nanay ko eh? Bakit ka mahirap tatay ko eh? Mga kapatid ko kamag-anak ko, hanggang sa gobyerno nasisi. Ang huli-huli ay niyaanihin yung sarili niya. And i-reverse natin. Di ba sabi nila natin, this is not a motivational question. Kasi nga lahat ng nag-aanin, sarili natin. Ano makakapag-motivate ka sa sarili mo? Kung hindi, kaya rin. Doon lahat ng energy na nag-aanin. Kaya ba naman, okay na yan. Kapag-kita. May pagkakataon pero okay lang siya, lumagpas. Okay? So lahat na ito, isa naman value system na minsan hindi natin nararamdaman, nagagawa natin. At pupunta tayo sa ito. Di ba? Meron tayong kasabihan, sa unang sweldo mo, dapat uubusin mo yan eh. Di ba? Pagka may opisina ka, ang unang sweldo, siswertehin ka, pagka inubos mo yan sa mga kasama mo sa opisina. Di ba? At pagka hindi mo ginawa, madamot ka. Di ba? Ito yung nagkakahong sa atin kung bakit tayo hindi makapusat-pusat eh. Ang dami mo gustong gawin, pero ayaw mo masabihan ng madamo. Di ba? Walang diya, walang pakasama. Ang sinasabi natin, we need to balance it off. We need to balance it off. Pag hindi na naman ang pera dito, pasalubong. Wala ka ng pera, mapapasalubong ka pa. Di ba? May mga nag-aabal sa atin.
Going to see. So pag sinabi po natin reversal pattern, ibig sabihin, these are patterns that are likely to reverse the current trend. So kung umaakyat ang isang stock, pagka nakakita ka ng ganitong pattern, most likely ang mangyayari next, bababa yan. Diba? Pagka naman nakita mo ito, bumabagsak ang isang stock, tapos nakakita ka ng ganitong mga patterns sa ilalim, most likely, posible na siyang umakyat. So that's what we mean by reversal patterns. They tend to reverse the current trend. We also have what we call continuation patterns naman. And a continuation pattern is something that is expected to continue the underlying trend. So if the stock is moving up, if this pattern shows itself, you can expect that the stock will continue going up afterwards. Pagka naman nakita natin ito, a continuation pattern na bearish, it is expected that the stock will continue going down. No? So, how do we make a proper trading system? Number one, we have to define the system. That is why we have to understand better, are we a long-term investor, short-term, medium-term ba? Next, we have to be able to test the system. And I'll show you later how we can test a system. Number three, after testing it, ideally we will be able to make changes. And so, we refine the system. Number four, of course, after testing it, we need to be able to execute it. Hindi pwedeng plan lang siya. We have to execute our trading system. And lastly, we have to be able to evaluate the system. Because at the end of the day, if our system is not making us money, then it's probably not the correct system. Our system has to make us money. No? It has to allow us to make money.
Taas kamay, sino po? Lahat naman tayo, no? Gusto natin to be financially free. And the good thing about it is, real estate is actually one of the best tools for you to become financially free. Sabi nga ni Sir Carl kanina, di ba? Na you can really have that retirement with the passive income that you get from real property. So the first step is to identify your goal. So before you buy property, you want to have your soul searching muna. Ano ba gusto mong mangyari, di ba? Do you want to buy property for the purpose of leasing it out para may passive income ka? Do you want to leave a legacy to your children, asset preservation? Diba? That's also a factor. Or gusto niya lang, bili kayo ngayon ng pre-selling, after 5 years, benta na natin, di ba? Pag na-turnover na capital appreciation, flip na. Okay, so you need to identify that because certain properties are suitable to that particular goal. No? Hindi kasi lahat magmamatch eh. May mga katulad niyan, if you invest in land, sa lupa, subdivisions, you can't expect na mataas yung magiging passive income. Because there are certain subdivision properties na hindi ka agad-agad na paparentahan. Pag lot lang yun, kailangan tayo mo pa ng bahay. So you need to factor in the cost. So identify your goal first before you decide to buy a property. So yun, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So make sure nakafocus tayo doon. And then, once you've decided anong purpose mo, you need to find out naman if you're financially ready. You need to check your finances. This is very important, especially for people who don't have experience buying property. If this is your first time, for most of us, this might be our life savings, diba? So we don't want to get into it na hindi natin inaaral mabuti. So check your finances. Kaya ba natin bumili na? Because a lot of developers, a lot of agents will offer you na, oh, bili kayo ma'am, sir, may promo kami, no down payment, di ba? 10,000 a month. Tapos, 3 years to pay. Ang hindi natin napapansin minsan, sa dulo pala, may lump sum na malaki. May 3 million, may 4 million, may 5 million. Tapos when we approach the bank, magugulat tayo, yung 10,000, 15,000 a month, nagiging magkano? 45,000, 50,000. Hindi natin mapaghandaan. Worse, pag nag-apply tayong loan, baka hindi pa tayo ma-approve. So pag hindi tayo na-approve, ano mangyayari? The property will be, di ba, claimed back by the developer, it will be forfeited. So, you need to be careful. So check, the general rule of thumb is 40%. Ano yung 40% na yan? That's gross monthly income ratio. So, as a household, magkasawa po kayo, you combine your monthly income. If you're earning 50,000 each, 100,000 each gross monthly income yun. So as a rule, 40% of 100,000 is 40,000. So dapat yung monthly amortization yun para ma-approve kayo sa bank, maximum na yung 40,000. Anything higher than that, medyo mahirapan na tayo. Okay, so aralin natin yun. Ang problema lang, when you're talking to some agents, di ba, hindi nila din disclose sa lump sum, pagkano ba yung pag-loan sa bangko? Paano natin i-compute? The good thing now with technology is either in App Store or sa Play Store for those using Android devices, pwede kayo mag-download ng mortgage calculator. So it's very easy, just put in magkano yung balance sa dulo, magkano interest rate, ilang years yung gustong bayaran, then i-generate yan yun kung magkano yung monthly. Okay, so from there, makakompute natin, pasok pa siya dun sa 40% kung ngayon. Kung hindi, baka hindi pa time para bumili. Diba? Either we need to increase our income or find a property that's suitable to our financial capacity.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned a lot from all of the snippets that the speakers talked about during the event. Watch out for the next Icon 2020 in Manila this May. So this is Maring Hermo from Davao, about to go back home to Manila. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon guys, and God bless you all.